right, man, we back. Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Share the video. Let's talk a little bit about Lopez and Lomachenko. I think Teofimo Lopez got Lomachenko team a little shook. First, Lomachenko saying that his punch with Richard Comey was lucky and it wasn't. And now they don't want to fight New York because of the Russians, that Russian guy getting a bad scorecard versus Mick Conlon. So now they're trying to move the fight outside of New York. I think it might be a chance where Lomachenko might drop the belts and go back down. That's no insider information, but let's talk a little bit about why Lomachenko's so worried about Teofimo Lopez. We back, Goodfellas Sports TV. Make sure that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And his manager, Ingus Klimov, says they ain't fighting in New York after the majority or a lot of his fights have been in New York over the Russian scorecard versus Mick Conlon on the Crawford Ingus Kabalaskas card in New York. Ingus Klimov says, I'm not bringing Lomachenko to New York because of the Nikitan scorecard, but put that in the paper. So at the end of the day, now they got a problem with fighting in New York. So I don't know where else this fight's still at because I don't think Lopez got a presence in Southern California. I don't think this fight big enough to do it in New York. In Las Vegas. I don't know if they look at Atlantic City. In boxing, there ain't too many venues, man. I don't think they would take that fight to Philadelphia. Texas may be a thing, but they trying to market Teofimo Lopez as a Hispanic. So maybe it may work, but they don't have too many options. All right, they going around acting like Teofimo Lopez is the big hookahana. All right, Lomachenko is the big hookahana. Lomachenko, in my opinion, he ain't no big star. Would they think about bringing it overseas to the UK? And I think they may need Eddie Hearn help to make that jump and some of his fighters to put on the card. That may be an option, but just because some amateur guy got a bad decision versus Mick Conlon, I don't get it. You know what I'm saying? I don't get it. The dude didn't win the fight regardless. So at the end of the day, if Lopez is easy and he getting lucky punches and all that, Lomachenko should destroy him. Lomachenko is fought in the theater room, versus Pedraza. He fought in the big room versus Jorge Linares. He the one that established himself as the main event fighter in New York, but I understand that Teofimo Lopez is from Brooklyn. I think they moved on to Florida at some point, but he is from Brooklyn, so maybe, Ingus Klimov trying to protect his fighter, and if the fight is close, that they give Teo the benefit of the doubt. But Lomachenko got the cosign. Lomachenko is the one that's co-signed by Top Rank. You know what I'm saying? Lomachenko was the star. Lomachenko the one they pushing. So does Ingus believe that Top Rank is trying to feed Lomachenko to Teofimo Lopez? Because I do know Lomachenko got his contract expired next year. Is what they're saying. But it sounds like this dude getting a little bit of cold feet to me. And when people were saying that Teofimo Lopez had him shook, I didn't believe him. I'm like, man, Lomachenko ain't worried about this kid. This kid ain't all of that. And apparently, this kid all that in the bag of chips now. You know what I'm saying? Apparently, his mind wasn't right for the fight with Mayoshi Tanaki. And now, he got his family together. You train good. Train with Barashnik. I think he trained with Yuriorkis Gamboa as well, too. So, it seemed like they had a great card. And now this kid got inside Lomachenko's head. You know what I'm saying? All he got to finish doing is doing the verbal damage. And I wouldn't be training. You always train to go 12. All right, don't get it twisted. You always want to train to go 12. But if I'm this kid's father, I'm not training my son to go 12 with Lomachenko. Okay? We not training to go 12. We training to get in and get out like a hit job. That's what I'm training my son to do. I'm training my son to get in there, knock this guy out, and get out of there. But, these dudes be trying to come off like they killers, man. And the fans be trying to make these dudes like they killers. You know what I'm saying? Oh, Lomachenko and all of this and all of that. At the end of the day, you don't know if somebody a killer until you put them in there with another killer or another dog. And when you get somebody in there that can intimidate these fighters, you know what I'm saying? Then you know when you got Lomachenko ain't fought his equal yet. Okay? He ain't fought his equal. I'm not sure if that's Tank Davis. I'm not sure if it's Teofimo Lopez. I'm not sure who the kid equal is. And he may not fight his equal in boxing the way everybody pussyfooting around and the best not fighting the best. But this is definitely the biggest puncher he fought, the most athletic fighter he done fought, and the most dangerous threat to his career so far. So at the end of the day, it seemed like he bothered. Because this kid, I can't say that he better than Linares, but because Linares got more seasoning on him. You know what I'm saying? But we do know Linares been stopped before. That's what we do know. We do know Linares and took that ride to the canvas a few times. But I can't tell you if Teofimo Lopez is better than this kid, better than Linares. But we gotta wait and see. But one thing I can tell you, he crack harder. And I think this kid inside Lomachenko's head. And I don't think one of the ways he got inside Lomachenko's head was designed. And the way he knocked out Richard Comey, I think that message sent more chills to Lomachenko's spine than anything this kid ever did before. Talking reckless, talking, cash shit to him. I think he inside Lomachenko brain. You know what I'm saying? I really do. And one thing else I want to mention is that they told Teofimo Lopez not to be talking shit about Lomachenko, to tone down the trash talk afterwards. So for Ingus, trust me, Top Rank will seem like they in it for Lomachenko until the end. So you ain't got to worry about getting robbed on the scorecards or nothing like that. What's best for this fight, if this fight take place in Madison Square Garden. Alright, you can sit here and cry and the scorecards and all of that. Dude, where else this dude gonna fight at? This dude has no presence in LA. Last time y'all was out in LA, y'all sold like 400 or 500 tickets for old boy, the dude from the UK. Anthony Toyota Corolla. Alright? So, at the end of the day, y'all not no ticket pullers. But, like I said before, Lomachenko a little shook. He a lot of shook, I think. First it was, he lucky punching. I'm not worried about him. He lucky punching. And now, no one to fight in New York and the judge. What you worry about the judges for if you know Lomachenko? If you pound for pound number one in the world, what in the hell you got to be? Why in the hell would you struggle with a premature boxing champion? In a lot of people's opinion, they got 15 fights. A guy that don't even belong at the weight class is getting drained. What you worry about the scorecard for? Top Rank favor you. They promote you more heavily than any other Top Rank ESPN fighter. You fought in New York as a main event way more times than Teofimo Lopez. What you worried about? Like I said before, this dude, this dude ain't that good. All right? He's scared that Lopez gonna recreate the storm that Orlando Salido did, and he cracked harder than Salido. Now, he don't fight like Salido, but he need to be aggressive and take some things from Salido. But we'll have to see, man. But let me know what you guys think. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out to the email if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel, just share the video. Other than that, man, appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you guys think about Lomachenko trying to smoke escape like Batman out of New York and take the fight somewhere else. And where would you like to see the fight fall if not in New York? We gone.